I mean, Nigerians are suffering. And on top of that suffering, the people that are mandated to keep security and watch over them, I mean, you need to see where some of them are dragging with these motorists and motorcyclists. Some of the motorcyclists will be like, no, don't worry, when I come next time, I will give you, I know get now. And sincerely, Nigerians are under heavy pressure, economic pressure, with the rise, the skyrocketing of prices in every facet of our well-being, all that. Is that not the duty of the road safety? Is that not the duty of the Federal Road Safety Commission? Is the police not just supposed to do a stop and search because of intelligence, because of security? Security might entail them like, open your boot, let us see if your boot is empty. Or if there's anything there, do you have a receipt for it? That is the essence of the stop and the roadblocks. That's the essence of those roadblocks. Okay, we expect that so and so criminals coming from this way will pass through this way. Please stop at this place and check everybody. We are waiting. We are looking for a white Corolla or something.
Now you rightly mentioned something that some of these people maybe use, they actually default that the motorcyclists, the commercial drivers are the one causing all of this, because we are looking at if these people, yes, we know that there are some of them, I mean, you see them do in their duty post and you just feel like you have that heartfelt, normal human feeling like this person has been working, okay, let me just appreciate you. That's quite different. But there's some on the road that, whether you like it or not, you have to put offering. So don't you think that if all of these commercial drivers come together and say, no, we are not doing this again, that it will cut down this kind of menace?
Yes, I think that first of all, there are two categories of people that these said police officers in the roadblocks deal with. There are those that are not compulsory for you to give something. Those are mainly private vehicles, you understand, official vehicles, branded vehicles. They don't really disturb those. Then you come to the transport sector. The transport sector, first of all, for a dutiful
it sounds funny, but it sounds funny, but they are getting by pretty well with it. That is a method some schools have adopted to help parents cope with school payments in an economy where average income earners are living from hand to mouth. Some parents who speak to economists through lifestyle pattern, pathetic pictures of that. They go through so much to see their word through schools. And a few schools, the approach seems to understand. Mr. Mez Omoshefumi, a private school teacher, said some schools accepted school fees daily as a child is coming to school and the parents know they cannot afford timely payment of the school fees. In a school I served in Mowo, when the management saw the predicament of parents due to what the economy had become, they introduced the Osusu style of collecting school fees. Like it's rightly stated here, there were times when if children come to school without payment, of course you will not allow them to stay. You will definitely tell them to go back. And when they're talking about Osusu, this is where a group of persons come together contributing, giving daily contribution, and then at the end of the year they will make gain out of it, or they might not make gain at all, but someone will be able to gather their money together to give them. That's another pattern of saving. And then bringing that pattern to school, now it means that they will give you a something like a card. So any day you go to school, you pay something and they will tick. Do you think that that will really encourage school, or do you think it's not a good development at all for some schools?
I mean, half bread is better than none. For a school owner, it will not be very encouraging because, there are expenses made daily. The school owner has a lot of expenses to do on the daily basis. yes, it's better for the parents to pay off termly, so that as you gather in bulk, you settle staff, you take care of administration. But be that as it may, we are now in this point in the financial life of Nigerians where it is more tighter. Somebody was complaining this morning that it's no longer an issue of calculation. Maybe let me recalculate whether I can be able to remanage. Now there is no way to manage. So I think it's very laudable. And any school owner that accepts that contribution, daily contribution towards the school fees, the person should be commended. The person should be commended, and the parents should take advantage of it, because it's not everybody that will be able to go through that system to be able to run their school. So I think it's very, very commendable. I give them kudos, and it still resonates on the spirit of the can-do spirit of the Nigerians. Nigerians will not be left in the dark. Nigerians will not be left in the bottom. We will always fight our way to the top. I'm not saying that it ought to be that difficult. The government at this point is supposed to step into some social security. But definitely the government is still far away from all those kind of duties. So that being as it may, let the parents that have that option of paying daily for their children's school fees, because,
In July, the pump price of petrol was raised from between 537 and 550 liters to 617 liters at filling station operated by Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited in Abuja and many states in the north. The price of PMS was also increased from between 488 and 500 liters in Lagos and other southeast states to around 580 liters. In some south-south, the price rose from 115 liters to about 600 liters. Oil marketers confirmed that at that time, the main shift in price by NNPCL station was at a deduction of the price in the pump price of PMS as approved by the federal government, because the NNPCL, being a national oil company, was also the major commuters of petrol. The NNPCL is now the sole importers of petrol in Nigeria. Other marketers stopped importing the commodity due to their inability to access the United States dollars, which is required for fuel importers. The price of petrol at NNPCL station is believed to be the approved price by the government. So once the NNPCL raised the price, every other marketers adjust his own. I was so shocked when I saw that this morning the price of fuel has gotten to 685. I know that on Saturdays was about 630, though no much differences. But are there initiative or subsidies in?
There are people that without power supply, they can't run their businesses. And the main resource that all this our life, our present civilization revolves around, becomes so difficult to access. First of all, I think that NNPCL is not up and running. They just changed their name, just like NEPA to PHCN. But they are not as effective. I have not seen the effect that the change of the name from NNPC to NNPCL has done to the average Nigerian that cannot even right now afford a liter of petrol. I mean, there are times when we are complaining that the